St. Germain's Discourse 54. San Francisco, California, February 13, 1937. After our experience of more than 2 years, in the earnest endeavor to convey to you the understanding of the mighty I Am Presence, which is your freedom, it is most gratifying indeed, oh, beloved ones, to see the expansion of the light within your hearts and of all the students throughout America and the world. Again, I say, it is most gratifying to find those books have found their way into all parts of the world, carrying their light and their freedom to all points of the globe. We have been with you during the past 10 days, and have with the greatest of joy felt the loving response within your hearts. We too rejoice exceedingly. I say this that you may know it is only the beginning of the great joy, the great light, the great freedom which is yours. So many have entered into it sufficiently to know there is really no limit to that which they may attain. I say to you tonight, and I try to put into it all the love of my being, I congratulate you blessed ones in San Francisco on the expansion of your light, in spite of the seeming chaos which at times seemed to be in your midst. Yet, steadily and surely. 46. Have you gone forward, in the greater and greater expansion and perfection of your presence of life, which is your mighty I Am? In your future work here, precious ones, remember that we are always pouring forth our radiance to you, where there is harmony, but we cannot do it where there is not. To those who refuse to give obedience to the simple things we ask, we cannot give our radiance, for without obedience nothing can be accomplished. Furthermore, we will not release great volumes of energy into the use of anyone unless we are sure they will not requalify it with anger, criticism, hatred, or any of those qualities which are destructive. One day you shall know how great our love is for you, and how earnestly we watch to guard everywhere. When the beloved messengers are prompted to warn and guard you, please do not feel that they are interfering with your free will at any time. Such is not the case, but as messengers they must convey the truth. Always just remember, their love is very, very great for you, and they will stand by always to give assistance. Oh, beloved ones of the light, your very heartbeat is a throb of delight from your mighty I Am Presence, giving you life. 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 More, and more, and more life. As you gain in your understanding and feel your authority to call forth this great intelligent energy from your mighty 48 Ascended Master Discourses. I Am Presence, what shall stand guard? That you do not requalify it. I am sure in this class, as never before, you feel the greater and greater reality of this privilege which is yours in receiving from your mighty I Am Presence its limitless intelligence, limitless energy, and greater strength, more and more perfect health. I say to you with full assurance that no one can fail if he has understood refusing acceptance of discordant appearances and conditions, and will earnestly call the presence into action. All must have perfect health. It is the law of your being, precious ones, no matter what the conditions are, what the X-ray shows in anyone's body. The presence releases those mighty currents of energy in and through the body and sweeps out every imperfection that is there. Will you accept it? Will you believe it? Let the power flow through to bring you perfect health, it is essential. If you are constantly harassed by the feeling of pain and distress in the body, you cannot give your fullest attention to the presence, so that it releases the greatest volume. Therefore, sometimes one needs encouragement or strength, and I trust there is no I Am student who comes under this radiation that will not willingly, joyously give that. I say to all of you, beloved students, never allow yourselves to be impatient with those who come to you for advice or help. Do not ever answer them impatiently, and do not ever refuse help. Do not ever say to one who comes to you, you have an I Am Presence, why do you not stand by it? That would be unkind. You do not know the forces playing upon that one which might have discouraged him. Instead, place your hand about that one's shoulder and say, my brother, or my sister, my hand is in yours in the strength of my mighty I Am Presence, until you have won your victory. Go forth, call your mighty I Am Presence into action, and I will help you. Send them forth feeling that you are interested in their victory. We must know all that is going on, precious hearts, in your lives. Do you know that? Having entered into the radiance of your mighty I Am Presence in this knowledge which I have brought forth, you invite us to observe your world, otherwise we cannot help Therefore, if we see you are impatient, we try to pour forth the radiation of kindliness which will give you patience and strength to assist. Do not ever say anything or allow a feeling to go forth that would be discouraging. Remember, allow no one to come into your midst, individually or collectively, who breathes a word of discord or condemnation of this work. If you do, you will close the door. We do not wish you to do that, but we cannot prevent you, for everyone under 50 ascended. This radiation is wholly given his free will to choose, and always shall. We, with all the love and joy of our hearts, want to give you freedom, but you must make your call to your mighty I Am presence, and stand by it. Then you give us the opportunity to, through your mighty I Am presence, intensify all activities, until you have the courage, strength, and power to resist all outer suggestions which would deprive you or detain you from your full victory. Will you not stand so firm by your mighty I Am presence and in it, that we can always give the assistance required, whether it is health, strength, courage, or directing intelligence? I say to you, all of you precious ones here, please do not accept that you cannot receive clear directing intelligence from your presence. I have a great reason for saying this to you. There have been quite a number of students who yet do not feel that they can call their presence into action and receive the direction clear enough to be sure. Now, precious ones, that is only because knowingly or unknowingly there has been some anxiety within you which has been disturbing you, disturbing the vibratory action of your being, or your nervous system. Therefore, if you will be still and say to your presence, mighty I Am presence, you help me to be still, so that your directing, intelligent energy can get through, make me understand, through my feeling or in some manner, make me feel clearly what I should do. As you do this, you will find in some manner directly what is the thing to do, but watch out, be sure you do not, in the feeling, first begin to doubt that you are going to have the directing intelligence from your I Am presence. If you do, you start that vibratory action which is discouraging, through your feelings, before you actually know it in the intellect. That feeling of yours is rather an unruly fellow, but you can govern it, the presence will. This time in the class, oh, precious ones, so much has been accomplished. I rejoice with all my heart and I congratulate you. You will find that you will all go forth in such a great calm confidence and victory from tonight, as you have not thought possible to be attained in your outer activity. We have offered to hold your hands until the victory. May we not do it? May we not hold your hands until you are free, wholly free from all limitations, feeling clearly, powerfully, definitely your victory? We shall be so happy to do it, always through the radiation of your wondrous presence. Do you not understand that we, as ascended beings, are one with the mighty I Am presence of you who are not yet ascended, and that is how we must know all about you in order to give you the assistance which is necessary. 52 Ascended Master Discourse. It is so very wonderful, you must get my feeling. I with such rejoicing, I see how you have become able to still yourselves. In this class such a radiance has poured forth, although you are not yet aware of it, but in a small way. Do you think, precious ones, that the Divine Director would have come here in your midst, pouring forth these great currents of energy into your minds and bodies, if he had not seen that you were able to still yourselves enough to have the full benefit of it? His great wisdom would not do that unless it was time, was right, was permanent. So I congratulate you of San Francisco and those visiting here, that you called your mighty I Am presence into action, which made the way open and clear for you to be here. That in itself is a great victory. I wish you might see in the atmosphere of mankind how many blessed ones have momentarily had good intent, but been sidetracked from the radiation by some vicious suggestion. If you saw the number who had been turned aside from this class by the vicious suggestion from others, in which there was no truth, you would be surprised. If that had not been the case, this lovely, blessed place could not nearly have held them. The tragedy is theirs. You who have had the strength to come in spite of all opposition, have the victory. Oh, that all mankind might understand how all progress is due to their own initiative. You must choose, precious ones. I speak to all mankind, into their mental and feeling world. You not only must, but you are compelled to choose, before the greater energy and power will be released to come into your world and produce the perfection which you wish. If you are sitting